cucina. It's all about baking today, and I'm going to show you how to make two delicious Italian cookies and Amarettis. And you know, when you go to Italia, no matter where you go, they say that they are the ones that invented the Amaretti cookies, and every region makes it differently. I am going to make it the way that my grandmother made it, the way that my mother made it, but I'm also going to do something else. So we're going to be making two, the original ones, and then I'm going to do a matcha green tea one. I'm so excited to show you, so excited. So the prima cosa that we are going to do is put the faddale. Here at Elena's Cucina, we cook, This is very simple cookie. And you're going to put the oven at 325. Put the oven at 325. 325, my oven's at 335. Get your sheets, put yourself some parchment paper. So that's what you want to do. You want to get ready for this, okay? Parchment paper. So I have it at 325. I already have it on the timer. They take about 20 to 25 minutes, and depending on what kind of oven you have, you know, in some places, if it's mountains, you know, when I lived in California, I could not bake anything because nothing would work. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was young and I was learning. So let me give you the recipe. Okay, this is my recipe. This is my recipe for years and years and years. So 2 cups of almond flour. In the old days, they would take the almonds and they will grind them and grind them and grind them into flour, okay? And then get yourself one of these guys, because sometimes there's lumps, okay? So we're going to be needing 2 cups of almond flour and 2/3 cups of sugar. They're going to go in one bowl, okay? So far so good? 2 cups of almond flour. Let's do it right now. So then that's what we remember. So I want to take you step by step. So it really, this is the base, and it's so easy. 2 cups of almond flour, 2/3 cups of sugar in one bowl. So what I want to do is I want to get to my 2 cups. So let me get my, let me see if I can remember how to call this. Oh my goodness, I don't remember. It's okay, you know, I am allowed. I'm at that age now. I need the 2 cups. 2 cups of almond flour. And I just want to make sure, you know, that's my, and it's not, you know, your typical flour. Okay, so that goes to 2 cups right here. And let me get 2/3 cups of very fine sugar. I am using Casper Superfine Baker's sugar, and I'm going to put 2/3. So this is 1, and this is 2/3. Okay. So now this I'm going to put on the side because I'm going to use the same recipe, okay, for my other cookie. But we're going to do this one. So what I want to do is, you know, this is a very good way to mix it all together. Okay, you know, and the thing is, and my mother baked, or my grandmother baked, they just loved lemons. So I am going to be making this cookie, and use a spoon because, you know, the sugar sometimes, you know, I don't know why it gets like that, but that's the way it's good to have a sip. Sippy, 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 okay? Okay, now I just want to use all of these guys, even though there's a little bit. Okay, and then whatever you don't use, you know, you discard. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put this at the side. Very simple transaction. Okay, make sure that this is nice and mix it together very nicely. Okay, so now you can leave it like this, and we're not done mixing anything. Or at this time, if you want to add some flavoring. In my family, they love lemons. So I am just going to zest a lemon right into my wonderful, oh, I love it the way this brings me back to my grandmother's kitchen. my grandmother had a very long kitchen, and it was called Temperley. It's where she lived, you know, when she immigrated from Italy to Argentina. And I just, you know, my grandmother had a sweet tooth. She liked the sweet. My mama, she used to say she did not like a sweet, but guess what? She liked the sweet, eh? So now I have this over here, okay? And it's okay if you have some of these left over here, because you know what? We're going to be using a lime with the next one, but for this one is this. So this one right here, I just want to mix it up really good, because you know we got to. And I like it to use my hands. You know, I like it to get messy. I like it to get dirty. You see what I'm doing? Maybe I should move the camera. Maybe we're too close over here, eh? Can you guys see this hushback? Let me move. Let me move the camera, eh? Maybe if I move it over here. I just have to make sure that Reggie don't run into it. Okay, I think you see. Okay, so now this, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to get another bowl, and we're going to use 2 egg whites. 2 egg whites. They go into the bowl. Simple, simple transaction. Put this away. And then you're going to take out the salad. And what you're going to do is you're going to do a little pinch of salt. Just a pinch of salt. Okay. And now we are going to whisk. See what I'm doing? We're going to whisk. Because what we want to do is we want to put some air into it, and we want it to form some peaks. So remember, in this bowl with 2 cups of almond flour, 2/3 cups of white sugar, this is 2 egg whites, and they have to be at room temperature. Don't ask me why. I think it's because they form bigger peaks. Alright, but see, I have it written down. I have 2 different recipes. One is from my mother, one from my grandmother, you know, easy bowl. So we want to make us a nice piece. Okay, so nice piece. Okay, so now I'm just going to do it like so. And you have to be patient. Good things come to those that have patience. All right. See what's happening here? Okay, so how do you know when they have peaks? You know, when you go like this. And they make the peaks. Okay? So this is very peaky. Okay, now, I like to use some Amaretto Toscana liquor. And what I'm going to do to this is I am going to add a teaspoon, okay, of this mixture, because they do have a little alcohol. You know what? You can use almond extract. I am using Amaretto. And I love Amaretto because my father always used Amaretto. Okay, so now, if you want to smell it, because if you smell the almonds, is good. If you don't smell the almonds, you have to add a little more. Oh, I smell the almonds, but I'm going to add a little bit of the extract now. How much of the extract? We're going to get half a teaspoon of extract. Okay, I'm going to turn this on again, and I'm going to slowly put it in. Okay, this cookie originated in Venice. Yes, a Venice grandma or mother made it. And ever since then, everybody wants to fight over it, saying that they made it. Okay, so now let me get the wooden spoon. You have to get the wooden spoon. Why, I don't know. But that's how I was taught. Okay, so now we have the vanilla, the almond, the egg the whites, we have the oven at 325, and we're going to be baking it at 25 minutes. So now we take this. Okay, so now I am going to take these guys. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it this way. Okay, you see what I'm doing? And these Amaretti cookies are delicious. And you know, when you go to Italy, there's all different colors and all different flavors, and they have this, oh my God, they have this other one that it was coffee and chocolate. So there is many ways. So I'm not going to clean this bowl because I'm going to use it for the next batch, okay? So what I want to do is I want to gently fold everything together. I know, don't worry, it's going to work, okay? You have to have a patience because it's going to make a nicer paste. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is looking. So you just have to have a patience. I like to get in here using my hands, but then I'm not going to use my hands because I'm going to use my hands because we have to roll this. And I will show you what to do. I hope that you guys, let me bring you down a little bit more because I want you guys to really see what I'm doing. You don't have to see my entire head. Did it, maybe, can you see it? Okay. So what we want to do, in my phone I can't see, because I want you guys to really see this. So you have to really work this, okay? Work it. Work the paste, because it has to be a nice, beautiful paste. And first you start thinking that it's not working, but it is working, trust me. Okay? We have to have joy, we gotta stay in joy, making cookies is joyful. I have never cried eating ice cream. And I love ice cream. So when I'm sad, I go eat ice cream. Okay, so now you see how beautiful paste. You see this beautiful paste? Okay, it's got to be a beautiful paste. You see the beautiful paste? Okay, so now I am going to put this on the side, and I am going to put in my confectionate sugar. And what I'm going to do in this confectionate sugar is I'm going to be using it because we need to have confectionate sugar. Now, if you don't have confectionate sugar, you could do it with regular fine sugar, but I find that they don't come out as good as like this. And then I have a little bit of water. Okay, so I'm going to clear the decks. Okay, so now to this, okay? My mom, okay, she would take regular almonds like so, and they didn't have them shaved, she would crunch them up. So I'm going to crunch up some shaved. How much? Maybe a half a cup. Because, it is an Amaretti cookie, and it's got, the wonderful almonds. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so now, all right. Now we're gonna take. Let me clear the decks because I think I think you're understanding where I'm going with this. Okay, so get yourself. Let me move this guys over here. Although I am going to use them because I am going to bring my tray because what I'm going to do is I am going to make balls, okay? So we're going to do it like so. You can have a bigger cookie, you can have a smaller cookie. So how much, if you really want to figure it out, I'm not going to measure. So a cookie like this, okay, I'm going to wait for him. But what I like to do is I like to get my hands wet so I can get the little bowl wet, and then I'm just going to put it in there. And then with a spoon, you really want to coat it. Because what's going to happen in the oven, it's going to crackle, okay? It's going to crackle, okay? So So we are going to take this guy, and don't worry, you know, if it's really, really, you want it, you gotta mush it a little bit down like this, and then put some more of the confectionate sugar on top. Okay, so now we do the next one. And because I'm gonna be doing 2 different cookies, you know, a little bit of the hands, it's not gonna hurt anything. You're gonna roll it in here like so. You know, these cookies, what happens is, when you bring them out, they're gonna look a little brown, okay? And then they're going to be chewy, but the more they sit, you know, the outside is gonna get crunchy and the inside is gonna be, oh, mamma mia, I have no explanation. Okay, you don't want to put them too close together, but you want to definitely use a lot of this confectionate sugar. How many cookies this is going to make, we will see. It's been a while since I made them. But I wanted to bring these to you because these are so good for you. So, you know, you make sure you have a lot, okay? So don't skimp. So I'm making these kind of big because I like to have it with a cup of coffee, you know, with a good espresso coffee. Oh, it's so delicious. Oh, mamma mia. I'm making these a little bit too big. Well, it's okay. You know, we like everything big. It tastes better. Make sure that everybody is coated. Make sure that they're all the same size. So let me just put them over here. What I have here is I have a towel, you know, very, very clean towel. My towels, they get washed 3-4 times, you know, depending on how much I use them. Sometimes they get washed once a day. So I just want to see what they look like. So let's see. You know, you can make them smaller, you know, or you can make them bigger. I am making them a little bit bigger because I want to show you the next cookie. So now, you know, you can decorate these. These are wonderful at Christmas time. You know, when my daughter got married, my Aunt Cucetta spent 3 months making Italian cookies. Yes, and she brought them all in a suitcase from Canada. God bless my aunt. She wanted to make sure that my daughter got to eat the cookies, the Italian cookies. And when I got married, Mazzaro in St. Pete, I baked my cookies. Hey, I was getting married. I wasn't going to make my own cookies, eh? Okay, as you can see, we got, we'll make that a smaller one because he's not, you know, we need to make him a smaller one. Let's steal some from this guy over here. Okay, so now I get to my hands wet. I put one over here, and you can do it really fast. Okay, you can do it really fast. So, we would have an assembly line. And the kids, my grandmother was, you know, you have to have it, your hands are clean if you're going to be in my kitchen, eh? My grandmother was a very clean lady, and that's how my mother is, and that's how I am, or that's how my mother was. It'll be 2 years this year that she left, but she's smiling because she's like, oh my God, you're making my favorite cookies. They loved almonds. We always had nuts and everything. Always had the nuts and everything. So look how beautiful. Oh, mamma mia. And when we make the other cookie, you know, these will be baking and hopefully they will be done so I can show you. If not, I post the pictures later. Oh, look how beautiful. Mamma mia, che bellezza. Oh, everybody, mamma mia, che bellezza. Oh, mamma, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's see how many have we made, eh? Gotta have that Italian musica, you know, gotta have a musica. Music is good for the soul, especially with everybody being so upset and depressed. I know it's a hard time right now, but remember, you choose your happiness. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, let me show you. Let me show you what we did. So these, and then what you want to do, you can take, you know, you can take this, and you can just smush them. Just a little, smush them. Just a little. See what I'm doing? I'm smooshing. Move that little guy, he's too close. Hey, social distance, please. We practice social distance in this kitchen. And now, I am going to add a little bit more, you know, because it's going to crack and it's going to be beautiful. Okay. Oh, mamma mia. Okay, so these right now are going on a 325 oven. All right. And I have mine in 20 minutes. Okay, so now this and this can go to the side. Okay, same transaction, guys. Same transaction. So what we're going to do in this bowl here, we are going to add, again, the 2 cups of almond flour. Where's my, let me get my, right here. 1 and 2. I still have some left. All right, so this one, I'm gonna do the 2/3 cups of sugar. You know, you can use, wait a minute, that's not the right one. Where did it go? Where did it go? You're not a third. You're a half, you're a cup. We don't need you. Here we are. I'm telling you. So 1 and 2. All right, so now I am done with all of this. So we get this out of the way. So now, you know, I have and this one is going to have a zest of a lime. Because what we are going to do to this, we are going to add a tablespoon of mocha green tea. So this one, because you know, they have them in Italy. When you go to Italy, they have them in all different colors and all different flavors. But I wanted to bring you, especially right now, we need the green tea because green tea is high in antioxidants. So we're making it a little more healthier. Well, as you can see, there's no butter. There's really, it's only almond flour, egg whites, vanilla extract. You know, we haven't done the vanilla extract yet. So what I'm going to do to this, because we've been using the almond. Okay? Okay, so now I am done with this transaction. This guy goes in here. Alright, so now we have this. So now you're going to you're going to zest an entire lime. Lime and mocha green tea goes really, really well together. Okay? Look how beautiful this is. Oh. And it's going to look green. The other ones are baking in the oven. You know, it's always nice to have kind of 2 different cookies. And, you know, and almond flour is very, very good and it's gluten-free. Yes, almond flour is gluten-free. So for, you know, for those people that have sensitivity to gluten like I do, this is a great cookie. And it's got a lot of beautiful almonds. And, you know, and if you want, you know, sometimes, you know, you can sprinkle a little bit more, but you don't have to on the lime. So I want to make sure it's really limey. Okay, so that takes care of that. So now I'm just going to mix this guy. Okay, I'm going to use my hands because I like to use my hands. Oh, look at how beautiful. Oh, man, it's beautiful. Because you want to really implement this. You know, you really want to get under there. You know, work it, baby, work it. You smell the maca, you know, you smell the maca green tea. You smell the lime. Okay, so when you're going to do this particular, you are going to be replacing instead of using a teaspoon that I used, you know, a teaspoon of this Amaretti and this almond, I am going to use now, I'm going to move this out of the way, but you know what I'm going to do to this? I just decided, I just made a decision. You know, a woman, we can change our mind anytime we want. So I'm just going to add some of the almonds. This is in my mother's honor. Mama, if you're watching from heaven, this is, you know, this is in your honor, Mamacita. Okay, so I'm just going to mix it like this. because, you know, we got to get the other stuff going, okay? So now to this. I have, again, we are going to be using 2 egg whites. No yellow, eh? If yellow gets in here, it's not going to work, eh? Oh, I got to make sure it's egg white. All at room temperature. And it has a pinch, just a pinch of salt. Pinch, just a pinch, that's it. Don't make it complicated, it's not. Okay, so let me move this out of the way so I don't break anything. And we are just going to work this guy. And while we're working this guy, the other cookies are in the oven. So hopefully you will see what they look like. Oh, look at this, aren't they beautiful? So, you know, it takes 2 bowls. Okay, so I am smelling this and I'm just going to add just a little bit more of vanilla extract. I'm sorry, almond extract, no vanilla extract. And then in my father's honor, Amaretto. Until they form the peaks. Why not? Let me see if there's any peaks. Oh yeah, the peaks. You know, they make peaks. You see how these peaks are right here, right here. Okay. So now we take this out of the way and we move it over here. Because, you know, we gotta move over here. Okay, so now we have this with this, and we do the same thing. Okay. So now make sure you get everybody in here. And this beautiful mocha green tea. Oh, Amaretti cookies. You know, Amaretti, it wasn't a sweet cookie. Because amaro, it means sour in Italian. So this cookie was not a very sweet cookie. It used to be a sour cookie. So now let's mix this very good together. Don't worry, they all get along. Okay, I am going to look at my cookies because I am dying to see. And they are just hanging out there. Nothing has happened yet because it's a 325. You know, some recipes have it at 350, some recipes have it at 375. I am just doing it the way that my family did. Everybody has their own way of doing it. Some people use 7 eggs with 10 cups of flour and you know, and butter and all of this, and it's not supposed to be that way. This is just how it's supposed to be. But, hey, who am I to say how it's supposed to be? I did not meet the grandmother or that mother that made this cookie, you know, in Italy, so I don't know. And I'm sure she did not have a green tea. I don't know. So I'm just doing what, you know. So make sure that, you know, you mix it up really good because you're implementing the beautiful flour. Okay, and as you can see to this, remember 2 cups of flour, 2/3 cups of sugar, 2 egg whites, some almond extract. Some people use vanilla extract. I really did not use mine, okay? And you have to be patient. you know, good yummy things needs patience. Okay, so now, let me move everything out of the way because, you know, we have to do this. And don't throw your lemon or lime. They make great waters. Okay, so now I have my water. Okay, my water. You know, some people, what they do is they'll get melted butter and they'll put it in butter, but this is not how it was in my family of origin. So I am doing it my way, or my mother's way, or my grandmother's way. I don't know how they found out about it. I really don't. Okay, so now this, you know, my grandmother would I miss my grandmother. It's been a lot of years, but man, she was so funny. And like a storyteller, and I became one of those, like hers. So this beautiful paste, you know, my grandmother would be very easy. She would just take a little piece of like that, and then she would roll it. So I am going to be making these a little bit smaller, okay? So I'll put it a little bit over here. And I'm just going to put this guy over here, because, you know, I have things to do. So, you know, maybe like a half, and then, you know, you just roll it. And, you know, you just put a little bit of water. So, you know, everybody can be happy here with this beautiful confectionate sugar. Very, very simple. I tell you, I wonder how she came up with this cookie. You know, what an incredible, idea. I come up with a lot of dishes, but I've never thought about this dish. And the mocha, it's an elevated. Okay, now I have some more confectionate sugar right here. Confectionate sugar. When I bring it home, I put it in. I can't throw no jars away. And we add some more here because we need to add some more. Very easy. Okay, and we are just going to continue to assemble this. And you know, if you have a party, when we can have parties again, you can have these cookies. And if you're lucky enough to be able to make these, you know, not lucky, I don't believe in luck. I believe that we create everything. But that's my belief system, you know, everybody's different. So I just want to make up some more room. And I'm going to check on the other cookies. And, you know, even if my hand has got some of this, who cares? Nobody's here. You know, the confectionate sugar is right over there. They can't see what we're doing. Because it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's what's causing a lot of stress. Because, you know, we cannot control this whatever this thing is. And we take care of ourselves, you know, the best that we can. And it's scary, you know. So that's why it's good to make it your own food. Nothing against the restaurants, but you know, you can eat out by, you know, have it delivered if you're worried. All right, so let me go look at. I have to go see. There's still in there. Nobody's cracked. We haven't cracked yet, and nobody has cracked. They haven't cracked that, no pressure. Okay, so let me use my spoon, because the spoon, you know, I can get to my little guys over here. And it takes time, guys, because, you know, these are going to be so yummy and gooey inside and crunchy in the outside, you know, the more they sit. And you have to cool them completely on a wire rack. And I got my iron rack over there. Let's see, how long more do I have? About 5 minutes. I think it's going to take a longer, eh? So you may see them. If you get bored, you guys can watch me later. And please join my YouTube channel. Please, 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 so we can get these wonderful, delicious recipes out to a lot of people that, you know, that there's home and they can make this cookie. And trust me, kids, you know, you could even put a little surprise inside of this cookie. So let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. Let's just take an almond, just an almond, okay? You can take this cookie. You can tell the cookie to go ah, and you can put the almond inside. See, like that. See what I did? Okay, and now we can do the sugar. Oh, I shouldn't have used my hands because they're not my hands. So, you know, you can have the almond on top of that, okay? So I think I'm gonna do a couple of those like that because why not? Life is too short. We gotta do it. Okay, now you know you make it a hole and you put the almond in there like so. See that? And then we roll it. And then you just put it on top of your hands. It's a little sticky because I did not use the white, water. Okay, right there. Okay, so you know you can do it that way. Sometimes after they're baked, you know, in Italy they would put the almonds on top after they've been baked. So you could do it that way too. And sometimes, you know, my grandmother would just, you know, stuff them in there. So you'll be a little surprised. I don't think she's ever made one with chocolate. Chocolate means chocolate. And I'm making these a little smaller, okay? They'll probably be faster in cooking. Oh. It brings so much memories. You know, cooking keeps me closer to my roots. Cooking keeps me closer to you know, to where I came from. You know, my father never wanted for us to forget where we came from. Never wanted for us to ever think that we were above anybody. My father would always say that everybody was equal in God's eyes. And my father was not a religious man, but he knew God. And all you know, you guys know that I'm an ordained minister and I do talk about God because I love God. And God loves me and God loves all of you. Okay, so now for the last one, because you know, this is a very special cookie. And man, this is going to be 2 cookies. Because, you know, we're making them small. You know, if you have a lot of kids, if you want to make it some more, you know, for the neighbors. Let me move it this other way. Here's my hands. Okay. I'm going to go look at the cookies again. Excuse me. No action yet. But, you know, we still have 2 minutes. And it's supposed to take about, you know, 25 minutes. Again, depending on the oven. Okay? Oh, these are going to be, oh. And, you know, some will crack and some may not crack, eh? Not everybody is cracking at the same time. Maybe not everybody's meant to crack. But we want to give these guys... Oh man, they're like mocha. It's like having a mocha. I can't remember how to say it. But this is wonderful. But I'm going to wait for the other cookies to come up before these guys go in. Because, you know, I want them to have their own time. So now, you know, you can put a little bit on the top. Okay? And just moosh, 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 mooshy, mooshy, mooshy. Okay, there we go. Not too flat, eh? Like so. Okay? Like so. Okay, well, I'm still waiting. And I cannot take the phone in there because, you know, it's going to fry the phone. And I can see something going on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I can see now that I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna open the well, no, you're not supposed to open the oven, but I am going to look. Oh, they are cracking, eh? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it another 5 minutes, because that is how my oven works. So they can take anywhere from 20, 25 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. And then what you want to do is when you take them out, you put them in a rack, you cool them completely, and then make yourself a nice cup of coffee or a nice delicious cup of tea and enjoy. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I am Elena Jones. I bring to you delicious, amazing foods, healthy foods. This one has a little bit of sugar. But again, thank you for joining me, Bentley's. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, be kind, be loving. Mwah, 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 mwah. Ciao, Bentley, I love you. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Ciao, Bentley. Soon you will see pictures. Mwah, mwah, mwah.